What's good, y'all? This your boy Feek back with another video for the year 2023. Look, we in the last week of January. I think that's week 5 of this year, week 5 of 52. So my question for you is, like I asked last time, what did you do last week that could carry over to this week? So I didn't make a video last week, or I didn't upload a video last week. I did make a video, but I didn't upload it. I wasn't really feeling it well, so it didn't really look that good. So I'm like, nah, I don't want to give them nothing that don't look good. So that's kind of how it went. But what did y'all do last week that could carry over to this week? One of my biggest things, for me at least, is to get up every day. Not every day, but at least 3 days a week at 3 days of the week at 5 a.m. I think that's what I do. Yeah, I go to the gym in the morning at least 2 or 3 days in a week. Early morning, I should say, as soon as they open. So that's one of my goals, is to constantly get up at least 3 days a week, 5 a.m. But when you start doing that, your body get used to it. So on the other days that you don't have to wake up at 5 a.m., you're going to start waking up at that time anyway. Your body just say, we up. But that's one thing that I'm carrying over from last week, is continue to grind, continue to get up at 5 a.m. The earlier you get up, the better you feel, the more you get things done. And one of the things that helped me was, it's not easy, when my wife wrote on my board. I got a board that I keep on the side of my bed, me and her. She got one on her side, I got one on my side. Every night we write down a goal for the next day. Or I normally write down like 5 to 10 goals. I have a lot of goals. So one thing that I learned was, sometimes you need a push, although you're doing the pushing for other people, and she wrote on my board, and I'm looking at it right now. It said, "You got this. Love you." And that right there was like, boom. I got up at 5 o'clock in the morning. I got out of bed. I didn't even see that she wrote that. I got up and seen that. And it like made me even better, like a little more energetic. I was like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I needed that. And better yet, it's just, you need that kick sometimes. You need that push sometimes for yourself. And one thing I'm telling y'all is, you got to find a way to keep pushing. You could be tired, you could be hurting, you could be exhausted, you could be down, but find a way to keep going. And don't forget the goal. Don't forget the vision. Don't forget, that what you're looking for in the future is coming, but you got to grind hard right now. And one of my goals for the year, I'm doing it. My goal is by April is to lose at least 20-30 pounds. And by me getting up, going to the gym every morning, I go on my lunch breaks, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Tuesday, Thursday, I go to the basketball court, at 5 a.m. And that's one of my things that I like to do. I got to get the weight down, and I may look good to some people, but to me, I know I could look better. They're like, "You already skinny, Feek. You don't need to lose no weight." To you, I don't, but me, I know what my body should look like. It shouldn't look like the way it is right now. Not saying that it's bad, but to my standards, that's not it. A lot of people told me that, man, your dad's chest, his chest was like, his chest was like boom, boom. I'm like, yeah, I can see that. They're like, you get it just from your dad. So the hardest thing about maintaining that is just maintaining it. Everybody say it's easy to maintain. It ain't easy, yo. You got to stay consistent. You got to stay persistent. If it's something that you really want to do, you got to keep working at it. You got to eat right. Eat healthy. Drink lots of water. And that's one of the things I did this year. I cut out a lot of sugars, anything that was unhealthy as far as drinking wise. I had my first piece of cake. 2 days ago? I ain't gonna lie, that cake was good. I ain't had no sweets in a minute. But that was my first piece, I was like, yeah, go ahead, grab a piece of cake. It ain't gonna hurt you. I still lost a pound, so I'm cool. But another thing that I want to tell y'all though, and I'm gonna use me as an example, because what I thought was my vision wasn't my vision, right? So I was having dreams of this house that I'm living in now, right? And I never understood it. I never understood it. I'm like, well, I keep dreaming about this house, or a house, not this house yet. I didn't know it was this house yet. I kept dreaming about a house. I seen bits and pieces of it. I would tell my boy B, like, hey man, I keep seeing this house that I'm in. Like, I don't know who house is it. I just see a house, And I told him, like, I had a dream of walking in the closet, And this was before they even became popular. You know, the shoe boxes that you put the shoes in, you know, the clear shoe, you know, I was having dreams about that years and years ago before they even became popular. And it wasn't like a dream for me to like produce them or anything, but it was just a part of the dream that I was seeing. And my thing was, when we was house searching, I saw houses that I like, but I'm like, this ain't it yet. You know, I'm like, no, this ain't the house. This ain't the house. You know, and I saw this house pop up on the market, and I'm like, boom, that's the house. But it didn't look like the houses that I really wanted. You know, so we was tired of searching for a house though. But I was like, this fit everything that we needed. It had the square footage, it had the number of rooms, it had the space, it had the acreage, it had what I wanted. And I was like, I told my wife, I'm like, we get in this house, no questions asked. Simple as that. And God bless, we got the house. But the biggest thing was I realized that although I had a vision, it wasn't God's vision, right? God was showing me in my dreams and visions that this is the house that I have for you. And I never, he not gonna give you the whole thing. That's what I'm saying. He not gonna give you the whole thing. He gonna give you bits and pieces of it. Bits and pieces, you know, just enough to be like, oh shoot. And that's, if you ask me, that's where deja vu come from. A lot of people may disagree, but you ever walk in somewhere and be like, oh shoot, I've been here before. I walked in this house after we bought it, I should say. I walked in the house, almost every room I went in, I remembered, I was like, oh, I saw this before. You know, I walked into my closet. I remember walking in, opening up the shoe thing, looking for a pair of shoes, and I'm like, well, look at here. This is what I did. I was in the backyard, and I was putting up the swing, not the swing, was it the swing set? Or the trampoline. I was putting the trampoline up, turned around and looked at the house, and I'm like, I remember seeing that, you know? I remember seeing it, and it was just, like breathtaking. It was like, wow. Like this whole time I've been dreaming about this house. 5, 6, what's this? This 2023 now? We bought the house in 2022. So 2016, 2015, yeah, 6, 7 years ago, I was dreaming about this house. Maybe all the way up to 2014. Back to 2014, I was dreaming about this house. But it was bits and pieces, bits and pieces, bits and pieces. But it was in stages too, because I remember dreaming about the apartments that we lived in too. I remember that. I remember washing the dishes, and I remember watching TV from the dishes, because we never had nothing like that before. So when it happened, I'm like, oh shoot, we was watching the Lions game. I think it was the Lions game, or it was a football game in general. We was watching the game, and I remember watching the game while watching dishes at the same time. And I'm like, oh, I did this before. You know, so that was a step into us moving into what God had for us. And one thing I gotta say though, He'll show you these things, but you have to work for it. You know, you ask for a house, you ask for a car, you ask for this, and it ain't gonna happen until you start working for it. Like you start believing that you can get whatever you want in life. And that was one of the things 2017 really changed my life when I became an entrepreneur. And I seen things way clearer. Like, I don't need a degree. I don't need this. I don't need that. Although I do still want to get my degree. Don't get me wrong. But I saw that entrepreneurship was way better than I originally thought it was. You have to work extremely hard though. It's no joke. Because with my businesses, I work hard, you know. Part of me getting up at 5 a.m. is also to work on my business. I remember when I first started my business, I used to get up every single day, 4 a.m. Sunday through Sunday, if that's how you want to put it. Sunday through Saturday, however. Every single day, 4 a.m. I spent 2 or 3 hours working on my business, and then boom, go to work. Boom, do that, go to work. Okay, how do I build a website? Okay, how do I price this? How do I learn this? I need a business number. I need a business email. I need a website. I need clients. I need to figure out how to do all that. I had to work for it. But one of the things I'm telling you is whatever you want, work for it, okay? And your vision may not be what God's vision has for you. You know, you may think you want this, but God said, no. I got this. You know, you thinking here. I'm here right now. You know, you got 7 different levels before you get to mine. But you gotta work for them levels until you get here. Boom, God got it for you. You know, he already know your thoughts. He know what you asking for. But you got to work for whatever you want. And one thing I did, I worked for whatever I wanted. Once I got my job that I was in, I knew I couldn't fail, and I made sure I couldn't fail. I learned whatever I could. You know, so that's my word for you guys. And stay motivated, you know. And I ain't even gonna say stay motivated, because it's hard to stay motivated. Stay consistent. That's what I'm gonna say. Stay consistent, stay persistent. If it's something that you truly want to do in life, it's something that you really want out of life, stay persistent and go get it. You know what I'm saying? Work hard for it. Pray to God, ask him to bless you. One thing you gotta do is thank him for waking you up every single day. That's a must. Pray before you wake. Pray when you wake up. Pray before you go to bed. I'm just saying that's just me. You know, sometimes some nights I forget to do it, and I hate that I forget to do it. I ask God for forgiveness. You know, always ask for forgiveness. You never know when it's your time. But remember, you got this, right? That's what my wife told me. You got this, and I appreciate her so much for saying you got this, because I needed it. You know, I was tired that week, but I needed it. I had to keep going. Remember that your vision is not greater than God's vision. It never will be. You know, he see what your vision is, but he always has something better for you. You know, and I'm gonna elaborate on that a little bit more, and I guess in the next video. But you got this. Your vision ain't better than God's vision. If you want something, you got to work for it. You know, the Bible said the man don't work, he don't eat. You know, but that could go with anything in life. If it's something that you truly want, you got to truly work for it. You know, if it's a woman that you want or a man that you want, you got to truly work for it. You know, marriage ain't easy, but if it's something that you truly want, you got to work for it. You know, if it's a job that you like, but it's a hard job, you got to learn. You got to learn how to get that job and make it easy. You know, if it's something that you're passionate about, figure out how to make that passion turn into your breadwinner. You know what I'm saying? You know, so that's what I got for you guys today. And I'll be back with y'all with another video. And remember, like I always say, don't forget to like the page. Don't forget to subscribe to the page. Like this video, comment, you know, and if you get a chance, hit my clothing line website, elevateclothing313.com. You know, come check out the drip. And then, oh yeah, don't forget my homegirl, Defined Athletics with the bucket hat. I appreciate you for that. You know, the orange is a little off on the two, but it don't matter. You know, I make it do what it do. But that's my video for you guys today. I see y'all this week with another video. I ain't gonna miss another week for y'all though. I'm gonna see y'all again later. Deuces, y'all have a good one.